For all too long, it seemed no one did anything about climate change. Sure, there were some who talked about things like carbon cycles, emissions, and the science of global warming, all connected to anthropogenic carbon. But it didn't seem relevant to our day-to-day lives. Governments and corporations thought that preventing climate change wasn't as important as economic growth and jobs. The influx of climate refugees from near and far stressed our resources. For years now, we faced overpopulation and pollution. Shortages have forced the city to implement strict rationing systems. Clean water and even food is sometimes in short supply. We began to question our own resilience. These days, we are not sure if we will have power at certain times of the year. Because reliable public transit was never built, people wait for hours in heavy traffic and pay for the high prices of gas because they see it as their only choice. So here we are, but maybe we have a second chance. But I still have hope, and that's why I put my life's work into this time machine. I have decided to send you. You knew Delta better than anyone. You have always had great curiosity and foresight. I think you are the one with both the knowledge and the influence to change the past.
Don't forget you need to find Claudia today. You promised her an answer if you would go to meeting. Also, don't forget you can track your progress by pressing escape and opening your quest log.
Be careful out there, man. Can you see this crazy storm is still raging? It's because I have extensively retrofitted my house. While you all rely on the power grid, I have made my house its own source of power. It wasn't cheap, but I think it will pay off. This is energy security, baby.
You've got to be kidding me! This stupid tree ruined my Hummer! I hate trees!
I noticed some of the concrete wall panels are broken. sneak in through the cracks. Watch out for security guards and cameras. They will draw unwanted attention. This next part is not going to be so easy. Scan 5 crates in the container yard. I'll run their routing numbers through the database and see what the company is receiving and making.
What would the neighborhood look like if sea levels rise with climate change and we are not prepared with new adaptive measures? What would it look like if we were prepared? What might the future look like if community energy was integrated into the way we power our homes? Future Vision presents possible imaginary spaces and allows the player to learn about how different solutions for sea level rise could play out in a specific community. Future Vision offers the player the chance to engage with 4 different alternatives to sea level rise in the Delta region. Each future allows the player to assess the trade-offs for each solution and experience future worlds that have either adapted or mitigated the effects of climate change. The research is unique in its use of video gaming to encourage exploration of local sustainability challenges and solutions by high school students and other community members. Interested teachers and students worked collaboratively with the research team to create an engaging in-game experience that not only meets learning objectives but is also fun to play. Students engaged as citizen scientists, collecting data and images in their neighborhoods. Teachers assisted with integrating the game with school board curriculum and class learning objectives.
Most people's encounters with climate science tend to be at a very global or regional scale. A lot of people have heard about the polar ice caps melting or the glaciers melting somewhere else or what's happening with the polar bears. We really wanted to create a serious game about climate change that's place-based in people's own backyards so people can really relate to it and understand how some of these climate forecasts affect them, affect their own properties, affect maybe their own property values, affect their own lives.
I personally believe that anybody from grade school to high school should learn about sea level rising because it's going to be a pretty big issue later. And through our guidance, we directed them to a more playable game.
I wasn't really an environmentalist, but after seeing the game, I think I understand it quite a bit better. But I think in other schools or other places outside of Delta could also get a good feel for the game and maybe enjoy it.